The duck soldier painted the cannon with invisible paint, and just like that, the cannon disappeared. Not long ago, the duck had painted the cannon in bright, flashy colors. When the officer saw it, he was furious. He grabbed the duck by the neck and demanded to know what he was doing. When the duck explained it was camouflage, the officer snapped that camouflage was supposed to make things harder to see. The duck, always quick-witted, dashed into the lab. He remembered a special kind of paint stored there. When he dipped his finger into it, his finger instantly turned invisible. Excited, he went ahead and covered the cannon with the same paint. But when the officer came by for inspection, he froze in shock. Seeing the cannon gone, he rushed over in a panic and ran headfirst into the invisible cannon. As the ducks laughed at him, he realized the truth after another painful bump. Boiling with anger, he felt around until he found the cannon's barrel. Determined to teach the duck a lesson, he blew into the cannon as hard as he could. But the duck slipped and fell straight into the invisible paint. By the time the officer looked again, the duck had turned invisible and bolted. The officer had no choice but to follow the footprints left behind. As they passed through a bed of flowers, the petals stuck to the duck and gave away his position. The officer lunged, but the duck escaped again. He tried the same petal trick himself, but was caught in the act by the commander. As the officer tried to explain, Donald Duck jabbed him with a cactus spine. Enraged, the officer took off after the duck once more, but he fell right into another one of the duck's traps. Sliding helplessly, he ended up in the armory. Fuming, he grabbed a pile of grenades. He began hurling them wildly at the invisible duck. The commander, watching this scene, thought he'd lost his mind. Seeing the officer charging toward him while tossing grenades, the commander ducked behind a tree in fright. When the officer rushed past, the commander sprang forward to put an end to his madness. Just then, the officer spotted the duck's footprints again. Without a second thought, he pulled out a grenade. The commander tried to stop him, but at that moment, the duck yanked the commander's sword and drove it straight into the officer's backside. Stunned by the sneak attack, the officer dropped all his grenades at once. In the end, the officer was locked away in military prison, and the clever duck who had once served under him was promoted instead.